Welcome back to Outside Views. Today we're exploring a crucial issue that's deeply impacting the UK's future. Its relationship with the European Union, specifically regarding energy security and cooperation. As the UK intensifies efforts to decarbonise its grid and navigate a turbulent global energy landscape, maintaining and strengthening its relationship with the EU has never been more vital. The importance of this relationship has been sharply underscored by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Before the war, the EU, including the UK, depended heavily on Russian natural gas, primarily provided by the state-owned energy giant Gazprom. When war broke out and Russia's aggressive geopolitical stance prompted widespread sanctions, Europe's vulnerability due to this dependence became glaringly obvious. European nations quickly found themselves grappling with skyrocketing energy prices and uncertain supplies. Senior researcher Niamh O'Regan from the Social Market Foundation has pointed out how significantly Europe's energy market was affected by the Ukrainian crisis, highlighting how Russia's gas disruptions led directly to higher prices and general instability. In response, the UK accelerated its transition towards renewable energy sources to ensure greater energy independence and security. By late 2024, Britain had closed its last coal-fired power station, marking the end of a 142-year era of coal dependence. Remarkably, data from the National Electricity System Operator NESO indicated that renewables accounted for 51% of the UK's electricity generation last year. The British government continues to advocate strongly for its vision of transforming the UK into a renewable energy superpower, pledging to significantly ramp up investment and infrastructure to support this ambition. However, while renewable energy is undoubtedly the future, it also represents challenges, notably the intermittent nature of sources like wind and solar. On still or cloudy days, when renewables struggle to generate sufficient power, countries often rely on cross-border electricity trading through interconnectors. And this is precisely where the UK's relationship with the EU becomes indispensable. These high-voltage direct current interconnectors, dubbed electricity superhighways, link the UK to the continental European power grids via extensive subsea cables, allowing surplus energy to flow in either direction depending on immediate needs. Brexit, however, introduced complexities into this vital energy trading relationship. Now that the UK is no longer part of Europe's single market, the efficiency and affordability of electricity exchanges have faced new hurdles. Experts like O'Regan emphasize that while Brexit hasn't yet led to catastrophic energy shortages, it has undeniably made electricity more expensive for UK consumers. The trade barriers introduced post-Brexit mean that additional costs inevitably trickle down to households, exacerbating the already high costs of living. And these increased consumer costs haven't gone unnoticed. Just recently, the UK's Public Accounts Committee released a report highlighting the alarming level of consumer energy debt and noting that Britain now holds the unenviable record of having the highest electricity bills among comparable nations. And this has sparked a significant debate within Parliament, with calls for increased governmental support, especially for those most vulnerable to fuel poverty. And clearly, the stakes are high, both economically and socially. Currently, the UK-EU energy trade is governed by the Trade and Cooperation Agreement, the TCA. However, crucial elements of this agreement related to energy trade are set to expire by mid-2026. Industry insiders, including Robert Birch of Energy UK, stressed the urgency of negotiating a robust long-term successor agreement. The looming deadline has created substantial uncertainty within the energy industry, deterring critical investment and planning due to the lack of long-term stability. And Birch describes this uncertainty as deeply problematic, potentially impacting Britain's ability to efficiently manage its energy resources in the future. Moreover, the TCA includes a sunset clause, meaning if a new agreement isn't negotiated soon, the existing one will automatically renew annually. And this temporary status is unsettling for investors and businesses who need long-term clarity to commit resources confidently. European economic think tank Bruegel has expressed concern that this lack of stability undermines Britain's energy market attractiveness, hampering essential investments needed for the transition toward greener energy. The negotiation of an efficient energy trade framework with the EU is indeed seen as a low-hanging fruit by experts. Such a deal would not only enhance Britain's energy security, but also serve as a key step in Prime Minister Keir Starmer's broader ambition to reset Britain's strained post-Brexit relationship with the EU. Yet, despite the apparent simplicity of this beneficial arrangement, progress has been slow. Delays and indecision only heighten anxiety within the energy sector. Beyond immediate economic implications, the long-term success of the UK's renewable energy ambitions depends significantly on effective international collaboration. As renewables form an increasingly large share of the energy mix, interconnectors' role in stabilizing supply will become even more crucial. Currently, Britain has nearly 10 gigawatts of interconnector capacity, linking it with countries including France, the Netherlands, Belgium, Ireland, Norway, and Denmark. Additionally, new interconnector projects like Lion Link with the Netherlands, Nautilus with Belgium, and Tarkon with Germany are in development, underlining the ongoing significance of these partnerships. Despite concerns and occasional fears regarding the stability and reliability of these connections, experts are broadly optimistic. Oregon dismisses worries about EU countries intentionally severing these connections, highlighting the mutual benefits derived from these energy exchanges. For instance, the UK can export surplus wind energy power on particularly windy days, while it can import electricity when conditions are less favorable. And this mutual interdependence essentially guarantees ongoing cooperation, reinforcing the strategic importance of maintaining strong UK-EU energy relations. Robert Birch echoes this optimism but stresses the critical need for establishing a stable, long-term regulatory framework. Clear, efficient rules are essential, he argues, for successfully integrating increasingly variable renewable energy sources into both UK and European grids. The reality is that neither the UK nor the EU can realistically achieve energy independence or stability without closely collaborating through clearly defined and reliable agreements. Ultimately, Brexit's complexities highlight a crucial lesson. Energy security is inherently an international concern transcending political divisions. The current scenario underscores the irony of Brexit, an event promising independence but resulting in heightened interdependence in critical areas like energy. As Britain navigates this challenging landscape, one truth stands firm. The UK's relationship with the European Union, particularly in energy, has never been more vital, as I said earlier. And securing a robust, stable, mutually beneficial agreement with the EU is not merely preferable, it's essential for the UK's long-term economic stability, environmental sustainability, and national security. But what are your thoughts? How do you see Britain's energy future shaping up? Do you believe closer cooperation with the EU is the key to the UK's energy security, or should Britain strive for greater self-sufficiency? Please share your opinions in the comments below the video, and if you found this analysis valuable, please like the video and subscribe to Outside Views for more comprehensive insights into UK politics, economics and current affairs. Thank you for joining us today, and I'll see you next time on Outside Views.